Hello guys. Hello guys, you're welcome to my live. It's been a while. How are you all doing? Anyway, I've been out for over a month now and I've just been busy with life. So it's good to be back. It's good to see you guys again. So today we have a very interesting topic and I'm with my friend. This is a familiar face for those of you that are active on my channel. This is Chi from Chi on Cut.
Hi.
Yeah. So guys, try and visit her, page. It's very interesting. She's a hairstylist.
Continue.
Okay, she's a hairstylist and you get a lot of, tips and nice hairstyles, just hair care generally. So it's good you go and visit her page, Chi on Cut. Anyway, for today's topic, we'll be talking about sexual assault.
It's not
Okay,
echoing.
yeah, it's not. So for today's topic, we're talking about sexual assault. A lot of people, have been sexually assaulted, and they did not even know that it was sexual assault, which is quite sad. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, have experienced it one way or the other. But because they have not been exposed to topics like this, especially the young ones, the what do you call them now? Gen Zs. Yeah, especially the Gen Zs, they don't know.
But Gen Zs are more aware than our generation. They are more aware of what sexual assaults are.
Yeah, because of the
They are
internet.
the ones that are even causing the
Yeah, but
problems.
then they are still young, and some of them can be very naive. You know, I've I've met a lot of them. I've spoken to a lot of them, and sometimes when they do stuff, you can see that they are still very young. Yes, they are exposed, but then they need this awareness. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? And even our own generation, to the millennials, we are millennials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of us because of we're just getting acquainted with this topic. Before our generation, these things they do, they didn't really talk about it. So
Yes.
a lot of people fell victim to it, and it was. But now, thank God for the internet. These topics are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They are reachable. So yeah, how would you know you have been sexually assaulted?
Mm-hmm.
What are the different sexual assault that you have been exposed to and you didn't know? We are going to talk about all of them today. We are going to break it down, at least most of them, if not all of them.
Yeah, we're also looking at it from the angle of the ones that are perpetrating, like some mistake we might be making, thinking we're complimenting people while we are actually sexually assaulting
Assaulting
them.
them, yeah.
So we're going
Yes.
to cover all that.
Yes. So stay tuned, guys. I hope you enjoy and don't go anywhere. Just sit down and watch. Also, if you have anyone that you think this topic will benefit, please call them, gather everybody and come and
Mhm.
listen to this topic.
And we appreciate if you can get involved in this topic. So you can just leave a comment. We'll be able to see from here and respond. So let's chat. Let us know what you
Yeah, let's
think.
make it interactive.
So I
Yeah.
think we should start with instances of sexual assault that we might be perpetrating or being victims of without knowing it. So,
Yeah. So let's talk about the corporate world.
mm,
A lot of corporate environments frown upon sexual assault. Okay, so imagine you're in a corporate environment and somebody keeps calling you my dear, my sweetheart.
baby.
That's your colleague or
Mm-hmm.
someone you're working in the same environment with is calling you those kind of names. That is not cool at all. In fact, it is a form of sexual assault.
And sometimes we do that, not really seeing it as sexually assaulting that person.
Yes, especially in Africa here. It's very common to call people dear,
Mm-hmm.
my dear. But when you're in a corporate environment where every other person is calling you Miss this, Miss Chi, Miss Linda, Miss ID, and one particular person, especially probably you're a married woman, said the person knows you're married, or the person already maybe has approached you, and then you're not interested in this kind of relationship with the person, and the person
Mm-hmm.
keeps on calling you those endearing names. That is a form of sexual assault. I know it might look like we are being too extreme, but that is just the truth. It is a form of sexual assault and it's not cool. So which other one can you think about?
And also, if you're the one that in an effort to be endearing, you approach or speak to people like, baby, how was, are you done with documents, baby, or babe, or dear, or sweetheart. Oh God, sweetheart. Please, especially when you say that to a girl. Sometimes, if it's somebody that is your subordinate, she might not necessarily react to it. If she doesn't smile at you, in short, sometimes she might even smile out of just not obligation, but most people don't like it. It will be better if you can just address people with their
Officially,
correct
especially,
titles.
yeah,
Yes,
especially in a corporate
instead of
environment.
sweethearts.
Just be official,
That's
you
a
know.
sexual assault. Don't call somebody sweetheart at the workplace, please.
Yes, don't don't do that.
So one that is very popular in Nigeria, especially
Yeah,
in
before we
the
sorry about before
Mhm.
we leave the corporate environment, let's talk about crossing boundaries. You know, this one too, the female folks also are guilty of it.
Mhm.
You know, a guy, you like a guy and you start approaching the guy, you know, touching sensitive places, you know, touching the body, you know, and
His face,
his
his
face.
beard.
Sometimes you want to give him a peg in an official environment. It might not even be an only official environment, but this happens a lot, you know. And the guy tells you, "Stop it! I don't like this thing you're doing." And you're like, "Ah, is it because I'm even doing? Ah, you not be man? Are you not a man? What is it? Why are you dulling?"
Yeah,
Don't you see it as sexual assault?
it is.
Mhm.
Once someone asks you to stop, don't assume that they don't mean it or they are joking or it's funny. If someone say no, I don't like it, even when it comes to like just respecting people's not respecting people's boundary can be like a form of sexual assault. If you're always hugging a colleague that doesn't like or reciprocate that hug,
Yes.
keep it to yourself. People that in the work environment, you're putting your hand like this on someone, you're not respecting the person. It's different
And
if
sometimes
that person,
the person might like,
yeah, the
stop,
person might shrug you off and you still, sweetheart.
come here, baby.
It's sounding funny, but if you're a victim of this in the it can be really, really uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and we might be doing this without knowing you're actually sexually assaulting that person. In in our country, maybe we don't have enough laws in place to check all these kind of things. I don't even know why it's like that, but I don't think is it taking that serious.
Yeah, there are companies that take it really seriously, you
No,
know.
if it's not like an obvious sexual assault, if it's like maybe hugging a lady and she's like, I don't like it, can she go to the HR and say, see what this person is doing, I don't
Yes,
like it?
yes, she can go to the HR and say, see what this person is doing. The person will be cautioned.
Okay.
And if the person continues, especially in the corporate world, let me just say they favor women a lot when it comes to that kind of issue.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants any woman to be assaulted,
Uncomfortable where she's
uncomfortable.
like,
Yeah. So it's all it's I'm not saying that it's only the male folks that do this.
mm-hmm.
Women also do. In fact, sometimes they leverage on the fact that you know the laws favor women when it comes to sexual abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So women also do this, but in corporate environment, in banks, oil companies, a lot of companies, they don't joke with this kind of thing. You know, immediately somebody comes to report, ah, I feel assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
They take it up. It's a very serious issue, and you it could either be warned, it could be queried, or you could lose your job for something like that. You
And it's
know,
crazy if you didn't even know that what
yeah.
you're doing is this
Sometimes if
wrong.
they don't even know that what they're doing is wrong, you know,
Yes,
because of the kind of environment
it
we
is
find
up, yeah.
ourselves. So yeah, don't do it. Okay. So which other one? We're trying to say something. I sorry, I
So
cut
I
you
was
short.
talking about the one that is very, very popular in our society, and that's like, do you know that catcalling women, touching women in the especially in the marketplaces, in
Oh
public
my
places in
god.
Nigeria, my
You know.
color, wait till you won't buy, and then they would like try to grab your arm and touch your boobs at the same time,
Yes.
and feel like I don't know, like every time most women complain bitterly. There was a time there was a protest against this thing.
In the
I can't
market,
remember
and the
which
men,
state,
it was in Lagos
and they were
State.
laughing like it was
The
funny
men
to
were mocking them because they couldn't understand, like, what is your problem?
yeah.
But it's a serious issue.
They'll be
That is
like
just the
it's not that
truth.
serious. It's not that
No, yeah,
serious.
they be yeah. But the fact is that it's harassment.
Mm-hmm.
That is apart from the fact that it is sexual abuse, you're harassing that person. If you go to a market, major market in Nigeria, is something that I don't know any woman in this country.
And they don't do it to guys. Oh.
No,
They don't do it to
I
guys.
don't know any woman in this country that would tell me she has not experienced this. If you go to the open market, it's as serious as that. Once you just go, they'll touch you. My color. Ah,
You want jeans?
you want jeans? Come now,
I
fine
get your
girl.
size.
You know, very, very, very. And you see people that you don't even know touching you. You don't know. You don't know where their hands have been.
Even if it doesn't get to touch it, like when you talk about people's body parts, like small nyash they shake. Like all those, or I don't know, like
Yes.
there are several instances like that when you're just saying something to someone in a sexual manner or in a way that doesn't respect their boundaries or that is disrespectful. You're sexually assaulting that person. So
Yeah. So please don't do it.
don't do that.
Yes. What of indecent exposure?
Nigeria uncles, Lagos uncles, please. And do you know what is crazy? Whenever this thing happens, and when you go to read comment sections under videos,
they don't understand that it's serious.
Why were you just videoing him?
Okay, yeah, there's a lady that videoed a man. It was on a public transit, and the man was actually masturbating and looking at her. As in, and then she videoed the guy and put it on the internet. People were like, "Why did you do it? Why are you videoing the guy?
Why don't you mind your business?"
This guy is masturbating right in front of you and looking at you straight in the eye.
Some even touch. They'll be touching the ladies and doing that. And people will blame the victim and feel like it's not a big deal.
No. And another one, people that climb, I've heard these stories a lot. People that climb maybe bike. We have this popular transport means of transportation in this country in Nigeria. It's a bike, a motorbike, a motorcycle. Yeah. So sometimes they pick two strangers, because they want to make more profit. And if you're unlucky to sit behind a crazy guy that and before you know, he starts getting erect and pushing you with his private parts and all that. Oh my god,
that's really disgusting.
And sometimes they will check, and it can end up staining your clothes. You can imagine. Is that not sexual assault? Is that not sexual assault? That is wrong. That is sad. We are laughing, but we are just trying to make this topic
create awareness and we
are trying to make it lighter. I don't want it to be very depressing, but it's something that we should know. It shouldn't be done. It's wrong. And in fact, sometimes, for like we said earlier in the video, some people don't even know that it's sexual assault. They've experienced it, but they just like, I didn't feel good about it. But now we are placing a name on it. It is sexual assault. That is what it is. Okay. So, what do you think?
I forgot what I wanted to say.
Attempted rape.
Okay. So that's also a form of sexual assault. Sorry, network. What are we talking about?
You had another topic. You had something else you wanted to talk about. We were talking about attempted rape.
Okay. Like instances of, most sexual victims that have been raped. Okay, sexual assault. They tend to like invalidate your experience if there was no penetration. They'll be like, okay, but he didn't rape you now. He only tried to do this, but he didn't rape you now. You are actually sexually assaulting somebody, or you've been sexually assaulted, kissing somebody by force, grabbing their private part. What else? Whatever it is that falls short of penetration is a sexual assault, and it is an offense actually punishable by law. So please, let's be informed. What else do you want to tell them about?
Yeah, unsolicited comments about body parts.
People's body, sexual parts.
I had a colleague that actually experienced this. She's a single lady, and one of the guys, she was using this coverall. Okay. And maybe it was a little bit tight. I don't know. I was not there, but one of the guys made a very unsolicited comment about her ass. Like, you're still single with this kind of big ass. you're sitting with this kind of big hands, it's just wasting. So she was really offended, and
Did she take
she
it up?
yeah, she asked the guy, like, why would you say that? The guy, provoked, got angry. Why will you talk to me like that? So the girl did not say anything, because if she had escalated it, the truth is that that guy would lose his job immediately. Being the kind of industry we find ourselves, it is not tolerated at all. The guy would have lost his job. But what she did was, during the morning safety meeting, she brought it up, and the team lead, cautioned him, and nobody was happy. There are a lot of reasonable guys there too. They all frowned at what he did, what he said, and cautioned
But this
him.
is something that happens very, very often, though.
People are normally more careful, because they know the consequences. Like I said, this country might seem like it's lawless, but if they know the consequences of their actions,
Mm-hmm.
they would, they would stop and think before they do certain things. When we find ourselves in an environment like a corporate environment, you know what is at stake. Your job is at stake. This is a job that is feeding you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to lose it because you I didn't tell you of the story of another female. This one, actually, I didn't support what she did.
What happened?
What she did was, she used to give her underwear, her panties, to the laundry man to wash.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the guy went after washing. The guy used to wash it. No, after washing for some time, the guy approached her and told her, "I don't like that you give me your pants to wash. I wash that one." The company considered it sexual assault. Like, why will you go and why don't you do your job? It's your job not to wash.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see that one?
I actually feel disgusted at the lady because you're sending your underwears to a public. You don't even know what they do with it
As
and return it
if,
to you.
yeah.
What if?
But see how the company interpreted it. I'm just trying to, like, let you know how serious it is.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to make a lady uncomfortable, they don't want to hear it. You can lose your job. So this guy just went and told the lady, "Why will you be giving me your pants to wash? Wash that one. Bring other ones to wash." Say, what? Why would you talk to me
You
like
should
that?
have
That
just
is
done his
sexual
job.
assault.
I feel bad for
She
her.
took it up to the HR, and
Mm-hmm.
that same day, the guy was asked to leave the facility. He lost his job. So what are we trying to say? No, that story I just gave is just one of the instances. I don't support what the lady did, but that is exactly how it happened. Just to let you have a background on how serious it is, this sexual assault. Or if the company um considers the story true, or see it as sexual assault, it's a very serious offense. So
Mm-hmm.
in this country that we are, if people know the consequences of their action, like groping a woman in the open space, in the marketplace,
Or
like,
rubbing up against a woman.
yes, indecent
Not just
masturbation,
We're not
anything.
just channeling this against like men against women. So anybody can be the culprit,
Of
but
course, women assault men a lot now. It happens. Women assault men too, especially maybe
let's
single.
give instances of when women do that without knowing.
Like, okay, without knowing.
We've
I
already
don't.
mentioned like not respecting someone's boundaries. Like when you
Mhm.
see a guy and you're touching his biceps, you're touching his six packs, you're touching his chest in the name of admiration, and he's asking you to stop, and
Sometimes
you
not
just
just
believe.
admiration. The girl tells you, "I like you." The guy wants a relationship, and the guy is like, so she's trying to let the guy know what she can do. So in that process, you are
Mm,
assaulting the guy.
please, let's do better.
Yes, let's do better.
Later.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please go over to my channel, Chi Uncut, because we are going to make another videos very close to this topic. So see you over there.